right, before I get started, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine and who are in hope of mercy and salvation in these last days during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. All right. Now, we've all seen, the madness that the group of ISUPK, as you can see, this is one of their leaders. I believe he's out of the Philadelphia faction of ISUPK, which it really don't matter because they just not right. All right. Now, they're teaching to have sex with another man's wife. Adultery, straight up blatant adultery. We was just you can't justify these words, all right? That this man was up here speaking, and that whole group, they're just a bunch of carnal Negroes, man. And this isn't, some we just said that. That's not. This is what goes on behind the closed doors of these groups. All right. He said it. This is what's going on behind those closed doors, man. All right. They passing women around like joints. They taking younger officers' women. They doing all type of wickedness, man. And the Lord is exposing them by making their own tongue to convict them, for them to expose themselves. That's what the Lord is making them do, because the Lord is getting ready to bring swift judgment through his sanctuary, man. All right? Swift judgment is coming upon Israel. Now, I don't even want to play this because I don't even, it's just pure rebellion, pure evil and wickedness. All right? For us to be right here at the end. And this is what these guys are talking about. All other things that can be talked about concerning the scriptures, this is what these guys are talking about. And you're not going to see Captain Tazariak make a video and rebuke this man. Neither will you see General Yohana do the same, because they all are with that. This is what they do. All right? Yahweh Shai said out of the abundance of the mouth, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. All right? Let me get that real quick. And this is why he was able to say that. Because they don't teach the scriptures, man. They in there gossiping about the goddamn Will Smith slap. They not in there to teach nobody, man. They just had these classes to get these foolish women, all right, laden with sins, to come up in their congregation, all right, and they in there like some pit bulls with their pink thing out, man. Okay? Let me get this real quick. And the Lord is just exposing them. Okay, this is the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 34 says, O generation of vipers. And Yahushua was talking to the scribes and Pharisees, the wicked ones, when he told them this. Okay? He said, O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? And they can't speak good things. That's why they say the crazy shit that they say. Excuse my French, man. That's why he can get on in front of the world, proclaim to be a priest of the Most High, a man of the Lord. One of their slogans is the home of the truth. If it's not ISUPK, it's not of the truth. But they're teaching you and they're telling people to commit a sin which is punishable by death. All right? Not only commit sin that's punishable by death, but do all kind of drugs. All right? Get you some good heroin, get you some of that good weed from California. You know, just some bugged out stuff that comes out of these people's mouths, man. These men's mouths. But like Yahushua just said, okay? It says, being evil, how can ye, being evil, being wicked ass niggas, speak good things? They can't. That's why they speak the things that they speak. And they say the things that they speak. Say the things that they say, man. And don't nobody say nothing but Great Millstone. No other Israelite groups get on these other groups when they say something crazy or wayward and off that's gonna lead to the death of the sheep if they follow. All right? No nobody say nothing but Great Millstone, man. Everybody else just quiet as church house mouses. You know why? Because they evil. All right? They evil. They don't want to say nothing because they probably doing the shit this nigga's talking about as well, man. And the Lord is going to visit for this. Okay, it says, for out of the abundance of the heart, meaning your mind, whatever's in your mind, okay, the mouth speaketh. And that's why he said what he said. He really meant that. He really meant that if Chris Rock was under his authority, just like he has men under his authority in that school, he would tell him to go over and hang out with Jaden Smith, and his words, and I'm quoting, fuck the shit out of Will Smith's wife. That's weird, and I don't even like this. That don't even sound right coming out of my mouth, man. That shit is wicked. Just fixing your lips to say something like that, you know, that's nigga shit, man. That's that shit you Jakes learned here in America, man. You learned that nigga shit here in America. These type of cats that they've always have been wicked. But that's the term of that wickedness today, how they would say it. All right? Because this is in their minds. This is what they do at the ISUPK. They don't teach you the Bible. You know, even Captain Tazariak. All right? He's drifting off into darkness. All right? So from there, I want to get Ezekiel 5. Okay? Because the Lord is going to visit y'all, man. Y'all not going to just, you're not just going to say what you want to say, lead the sheep astray, and just skate off into the kingdom, man. The Lord finna start bringing judgment out here on you Jakes. All right? The Lord is about to start bringing serious judgment out here upon his people, man. All right? Because you Jakes really don't believe that fat meat is greasy. You don't think the Most High will touch your ass. But the Most High is definitely gonna touch you, and He's getting ready to do it in the worst of ways. Okay? This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 11. It says, "Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary." What's the sanctuary of the Lord today? All right? What's the sanctuary of the Lord? Let's get it. Okay? The sanctuary of the Lord is His people now. It's no longer an actual building. All right? It's no longer an actual building to where we would go into and worship, a temple. That's not what it is no more. All right? When you go to the 9th chapter, okay, this is why the Lord is getting ready to bring this swift judgment upon you tribes, man. And we're going to come back and read this. Matter of fact, you know what, let's read it now. It says, verse 6, it says, "Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark." And that man that has the mark is those men that are jumping on these type of things, sighing and crying for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. Because that was pure abomination to come out the mouth of this man. All right? And his higher up won't say nothing. All right? Captain Tazariak ain't gonna say nothing. They won't even say nothing to fix it. Make a video and fix it. We suspended him. We excommunicated him. He was a little bit tipsy. Nothing, man. They just gonna keep on going on with their wickedness until Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai come through that school with swift judgment. And He's getting ready to. Okay? And a lot of them dudes over there took that juice. They took that juicy juice, the jump shot over there, man. So don't be surprised if you start to hear more wayward and crazy ass remarks come out of these guys' mouth, because they ain't reading the scriptures. They just get up in there and talk shit and drink yak. Just a bunch of niggas in a room, man, with the Bible sitting on the table. And when he said that, you heard the people in the audience clapping. They were clapping when he said that. Pure wickedness, man. All right, it says, "But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary." All right, and we're the sanctuary, us men, the men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, ultimately His people. We're the sanctuary. We no longer have a temple. We are that temple. We are that holy place for the Lord. All right? So the Lord is going to start bringing serious judgment out here upon you tribes, man. Okay? Because you're playing with the word of the Most High, and that's what you don't do. You don't play with the Most High, man. And you do these things with no fear whatsoever. Okay? You just sit up there with no fear, like the Lord ain't got the angel standing right over you to split you in half. And things are going to happen out here that's going to put fear in Jake, man. Okay? Fear is going to be through Israel, man. Because there's a lack of it. All these Israelites, but don't nobody fear the Most High, man. All right? The men of great millstone, beginning with the apostles and the elders, all right? The men underneath, throughout all Babylon and around the world, and those brothers that adhere and take heed to the likewise doctrine and teach it as such, we're the ones that display the fear of the Lord. All right, we're displaying that fear. Okay, we're feeding the lambs. Okay? So back in Judges chapter 5, verse 11 again, it says, "Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary," and you're defiling Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's sanctuary by telling men to lay down with another man's wife, otherwise they won't be a man, because a man slapped somebody. Okay? No, two men that have an altercation like that, they supposed to handle that, man. All right? It says, because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things. All right, let's look up this word detestable real quick. And these things that's happening, man, amongst you other camps, the Lord gonna show you. He gonna show you how much He hates you right now. All right, because He gonna allow some serious judgment to come through that school. All right, and other schools as well. All right, and dude just straight up might be a straight up agent. All right, saying some crazy ass shit. He's always saying some madness. All right. The Hebrew word for that word detestable is shakwa shakwa wataza or shakwa wataz, if I'm saying that correctly. Shakwataza. All right. It says detestable thing or idol, abominable thing, abomination, idol, detested thing. And what he just said, what he said is an abomination. What he said is an abomination. All right. Because he's leading the Lord's sheep totally astray. All right? Telling people to commit a sin, all right, unto death. Those are abominable words, man. Okay? Down here in the Strong's definition, it says abominable filth. All right? And that's what you saw was filth. What you heard was filth, man. Up there said it with no fear. Okay? Back in verse 11 it says, "And with thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee, neither shall mine eyes spare, neither will I have pity." Okay? And the Lord gonna show you that He means business. Let's go to the 8th chapter. All right, Ezekiel chapter 8. All right, and we're gonna start at verse 5. It says, "Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry." All right? He said, "Furthermore, son of man." He said, "Furthermore unto me, son of man, seest thou what they do?" Talking about Jake in the temple. And like I said earlier, we no longer have our own sanctuary or temple But you got the different factions of the Israelites. All right, that's they have their own schools claiming to be men of the Lord. All right, this is where the Lord is getting ready to put a stop to you wicked ones, man. All right. It says, he said, furthermore unto me, son of man, seest what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary, but turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. All right, and this is how we're able to see what's going on by way of the internet. And like I said, this ain't something this dude just came up with and said. These are things that these dudes practice. All right, and the Lord is showing us by what they say. You can imagine what goes on when the cameras is off. You can only imagine what goes on when them cameras is off, man, amongst these other groups. All right, if they willing to tell you to carry out the act of adultery, all right, in a classroom setting, how much more when the music is playing, drinks is being poured, the women just around. It's a goddamn freak show. You already know. And the angel is recording everything, man. All right? And you think you're getting away with it in secret. Just like Jake thought they was getting away with it in secret in the ancient world. All right? It says, Shalakia. I'll change the page. Oh, no, I didn't. Salak. Verse 8. It says, then said he unto me, son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do there. And that's how we know behind the scenes, you know the wickedness is far out, man. Far out, the wickedness. Okay? It says, and there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up, meaning they sacrificing to other gods. And that's ultimately what they're teaching you, Jake, at these different Israelite factions, these different Israelite schools. They're teaching you to worship other gods, all right? Now I'm going to just jump down to the last verse, because I want to go directly into the 9th chapter and end this out, man, because that's ultimately what they were doing. They were secretly worshiping other gods in the temple. Now you may ask, well, what god? Well, they worshiping Bacchus. That's what's going on over there, Bacchus. All right? That ain't nothing but a goddamn freak show disguised as an Israelite school, man. That's why every time they have a Passover, any type of gathering, they emphasize to the woman, come get you a real soldier of the ISUPK. All right? So you already know what they got going on, man. But the Lord is finna show, all right, in these last days, these last seconds, that he has never been with them. Okay? This is I'm gonna read verse 17 and 18, and then going to the 9th chapter. All right? It says, Then he said unto me, Has thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. All right? Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. All right? And that's coming. All right? Just like it happened in the ancient world. Verse 1 in the 9th chapter. It says, He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, Cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with the writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the power of Israel was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed in linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side, which was an angel. And that's how we know the Most High got an angel watching everything y'all doing, man. All that wickedness that goes on behind closed doors. That's why he told Ezekiel in the 8th chapter, dig into this wall. Go in and see what these niggas are doing. All right? Because they were doing it in secret. All right? And that's what these guys doing. The shit that they promoting that comes out of their mouth, they truly are doing that in secret, man. And the Lord is exposing it. Verse 4, And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right? And that's talking about us, the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders. That's why we hopped on it the way we hopped on it. Because we sighing and crying for the abominations that's being taught amongst our people. But don't nobody want to listen to us, man. We're the worst of the worst, according to these guys. All right, we're not on the radar, so to speak, according to them. Okay? Verse 5, And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite, kill him. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Those of you that's teaching this, you leaders of these other schools, the Lord gonna begin with you. All right? You leaders that's leading Israel astray, showing Israel man worship, showing Israel how to commit sin that's worthy on the death. Verse 7, And he said unto them, Defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. All right? So when the time comes, when the Heavenly Father straight up say, you know what, I had enough of these niggas, you gonna know it, and you gonna know that it was the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and his judgment upon all this wickedness amongst his people that's out here today, man. Especially those of the circumcision. Those that know that they're Israelites, but are blatantly teaching falsehoods, all right, because they're not of the Lord's. So call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Just a little quick, little lesson concerning this madness that the SUPK, all right, the so-called home of the truth, all right, the Lord is going to bring swift judgment through there, man.
Chris Rock should do. This would be my counsel to him.
Chris Rock gonna play cannot. This, dude. The Lord gonna deal with every last one of you false prophets out here, man. So again, call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and it's on to the next video. Shalom.